The following is a quick overview of the Salesforce SalesCloud Lightning and our QuickStart service to help you get up and operational. The whole fundamentals of the QuickStart service is really based on the concept of implicit and explicit data. Implicit is data, or explicit data is data that you can find out on the internet or buy from lists, and implicit data is the data that you collect. So if we take a look at the explicit side of it, one of the things that we do when you look at Salesforce.com, the way that it's set out, everything starts at the account level, and the accounts is kind of the top of the hierarchy. What we do from a QuickStart perspective is we come in and we provide you with lists of accounts. We specialize in the oil and gas and industrial market segments, and we've done an excellent job of building a database of list of accounts. And that's where we start, and then we're appending it with additional information. One of the business intelligence features that are included in Salesforce is what they call list views. So an example of list views would I could come in here and I could say I want a list of producers, and then what I have here is I have the companies that have drilled the most wells in Western Canada. So we provide that information to help you do your market segmentation, so you can go through your account selling process. But most important is really the implied information, and that is, have they requested packages from you? Have they requested quotes from you? When was the last time that you had activity with that particular customer information? We go beyond just the oil and gas sector. We can come in here. So here's an example of engineering accounts, and we've got hundreds of engineering accounts that we load, and then you can come through and you can do things like rate these accounts to identify which are the ones that are going to be the most relevant to you. And you can also segment the data looking at things like customers, which are the customers that we do the most business with, and how much activity we have, and then what type of customers are they. So this would be how many wells are they drilling, how many facilities are they putting in to a specific location. When you drill down onto the actual account record, so we go in, macro level is those list views that we're looking in. Micro level is the actual records associated with the company. So here we have Tourmaline, and what's most important when we look at this are the contacts. We can provide you with some contacts as we go through the regulatory process. We do find some individuals that we can include in your CRM, and we also can get information from routers on some of the senior management. But most of your information is going to come directly from your Microsoft Outlook, marketing lists, those types of things. So what we do to help you out in the QuickStart service is append these contacts to the accounts that we're loading inside of Salesforce. And we also do training on showing you how to add new accounts, both from the web browser, from your email, and from your mobile phone. When we look at it, again, we want to collect implied information. So I might come in here to my contact Trevor, and I'm going to pull up my my contact information related to Trevor, and we're going to see his name and his telephone number and his email address and all the things that are important related to this particular individual. And then one of the things that we're going to focus on once we have this individual's record built is we're going to come over here to the activity tracking. So this is all the information that we're collecting as it relates to the customer that we're, the prospect that we're targeting within the account that we've identified as a high value account. Salesforce has done an unbelievable job of making it extremely easy for you to enter data. I just go find the account or contact, mostly through, I would come up here, search Salesforce, or go to the account record, find the individual contact, and I would come in there and I would type the information related to that, and I could come in and I could say save. That easy, I've logged a telephone call with that particular individual. We can do the same thing from a mobile device or our email system. Not only are we logging things that have happened, we're assigning ourselves new tasks. So I can come in here and I could say I have a call with this individual. I would assign the date that I have the call, and then I go ahead and I would save that. Now when we look at our implied data, we're capturing all the information related to this particular customer. What are our next steps? What's our last activity? What's our events? What are the emails that we have related to this particular customer? What happens after we have our activity, where we hope we end up, is our ability to create sales opportunities. In this case, I've just called it the bid tracker. but we come in and we have a sales opportunities related to a customer. When I create it from the actual contact record, it's going to come in and say, well, what role does this particular customer play? And then I'll go through the process of logging my sales opportunity information. So I'll come in here and I'll say I have a test opportunity with this customer, and then once I've identified that I have the test opportunity with the customer, I can then come in here and put in that which account is it with, and I happen to be in the Tourmaline account, which is listed right there. What business unit is it related to? What date do I expect to win the business? What is the status of this particular opportunity? And then my notes associated with it. As quick as those pieces of information, we've added it to our particular contact, and we've also added it to the account. We're now in a position to create a valid sales forecast. So we're able to go in and say, how many opportunities have we created? What stage are we at? Who are the key contacts? And then when we go into the actual opportunity that we're looking at, we have the ability to, again, capture all of that implied data. What are some of the conversations that we're having with this particular customer as it's related to the sales opportunity? So I have all my call information, but I can come in and I can take a look at the details related to the opportunity, and I can collaborate with other business users within our organization and find out who our competition might be and what we need to do to be able to win the business. All of this, so when we look at it, again, the structure we look at is the data structure. We get the accounts and the contacts in with you. The business logic, we're going to log our calls, assign ourselves tasks, create sales opportunities with individuals who work at accounts. And then the last component is the user interface. And where we really focus the user interface on is our ability to provide in the QuickStart useful sales dashboards and reports. So the ability to come in here and see information that's associated to us. I'm just going to give you a quick example. In our service and our lead service, we can provide you with information of activity related to the oil and gas industry in specific areas, who's the biggest, who's the smallest. So this would be looking at really anything in Western Canada up into BC, who's been drilling the most there over a period of time, which company's been putting in most facilities. But we also take this information and translate it to your sales and activity opportunities. So we're taking a look at who have we got the most sales activities with, who are we spending the most time with, is that netting out quality sales opportunities for us. So just a quick summary. What we have is the Salesforce SalesCloud Lightning, and we focus on our QuickStart service. What we end up doing is we end up helping you with the account data structure, so loading your accounts in so you have a nice, accurate, complete database of not only customers but prospective accounts. Once we've loaded the accounts in, we focus on contacts, making sure that we append the contacts related to the accounts, so you have a nice, easy way for you to be able to contact people, and then train you on how to add new ones as you continue through your sales process. We do the training on how to log your activities, how to create new tasks, new events, and send emails to the system, so we can do reporting on all of the relationship building we're having with the customer, and then our ability to track our sales opportunities associated with these accounts, so we can see how we're doing from a revenue growth perspective in our sales forecast, and is our activities netting the return on investment that we're looking for. And the user interface is a series of dashboards and reports that allows us to easily go in and evaluate what our performance is with a particular customer or set of customers or geographic region, or anything that we might be doing from an analysis perspective, from a dashboard and reports perspective.